Alrighty, I have an article I wanted to talk about today. PCMag, Samsung smarter things to test m- Matter compatibility products. So, if nobody really knows what Matter is, a quick overview is basically a more universal standard across all IoT makers and people who control IoT. So Samsung, Amazon, Apple, Google, all are agree upon a universal standard to let things work together, make it easier for manufacturers to come to market instead of having individual companies force manufacturers to make said products for just their ecosystem. Makes it easier to kind of deploy. So the surprising one on this one is the fact that Apple's playing nice with, with the people in the playground. So that one is a new one. Um, let's see. The standard got delayed for public launch, but now it's supposed to be coming out now. Matter launch 1.0 has been pushed until fall of 2022. But from what I've heard, they're already starting to test drive these standards now. So let's start with no radio. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I think it's an obvious step forward. Uh, from what I understand, m- for example, like say what is it? The what brand is it? The smart lights
You talking about
from
Hughes?
Zigbee. For example, like Philips Hue, right?
Yeah,
So essentially, right now, the Philips Hue will already work with a Samsung device, but the problem is it has to have the hub.
right.
The open standard would get rid of the need for the hub.
Which means that you can end up putting the hub into like the standalone device from like Google or Apple. Like an Apple TV would be the hub instead of
Well, there'd be no hub.
an individual hub.
I mean, there would be no hub.
Uh,
So that's why I say there's certain devices that already work, but they require a hub, and that hub is basically like a adapter. It adapts one standard to another. They will be able to get rid of these extra hubs and devices
right.
because they would. So basically, the Samsung SmartThings app would be able to automatically talk to the Zigbee devices without the Zigbee hub,
So
and the
like right
Philips Hue
here,
lights without the hub.
So, like right
So
here in the article for PC Mag, it says Samsung's new SmartThings partner early access program will enable participating brands to test their devices and Matter interoperability with hub-enabled devices and
yeah,
through the SmartThings app. So
and you remember you don't need internet either for it to work.
that's
Just
true.
just a just a thing to point out. That's a cool thing. So you could literally have a house with no Wi-Fi router, and these devices would still be able to communicate.
They don't. Well, that's been actually one of the bigger contentions is that
Yeah,
whenever you wanted to contact, like let's say you wanted to do something with your lights, right? It would literally
yep,
go out to the internet, come back down again, and you're literally sitting right next to your device, but it has to go
yep,
out to come back again to do said problem, right? Turn
yep,
off the lights, turn on the lights, dim it, do whatever.
yep,
So it
yeah,
gets rid of that long delay and automatically just makes it like, hey, turn off the lights is a universal standard. Turn on the lights is a universal
yeah.
standard.
It'll
You
be ad
know,
hoc
it
as
is
well as
built.
internet.
It would be built into the code.
Yeah.
So anybody else want to make a comment, or nobody really knows about it? And I'll take it. Nobody else want to talk about it.
Well, we can expand on it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I heard about it. I heard about it a year and a half ago when I was shocked to find out that Apple jumped on board. I thought it was just a pipe dream, but it looks like it's starting to come to fruition now.
Yeah. So the other issue too that we didn't mention right now, when you have all these different devices, you got to have their dedicated apps to run them.
Yeah, it. It
Whereas with
simplifies
this,
that down.
you wouldn't have to have one app for your for like your Waze camera system, and then a different app for your Samsung Hues, and then a different app for this. It would all be integrated into like the Samsung SmartThings app to control all these devices, cameras, lights, switches, doorbells, all that stuff would be under one umbrella. You wouldn't need 15 apps on your stuff.
Right. I mean, look, I think that's probably one of the reasons why adoption for smarter IoT devices has taken
Yeah,
so long to take off, is because each company has their own communication. Like, you had Zigbee. Zigbee didn't really work with smarter things until Samsung bought it, and then they started incorporating them together. But then
yeah,
you had the Apple side where Apple product stuff didn't communicate with Zigbee stuff. And then you had to
yeah.
do a bridge for that. It was way more convoluted than what it was showing initially.
But do you think Apple really will truly integrate all their devices, like all their smart speakers, to be universal?
I think that they're going to probably do just the bare minimum. So like you'll be able to turn the volume up and down, and you might be able to play something. But let's say that they kick in some feature where like the lights come on or it hovers. You'll never get the
Yeah,
controls of that, right?
yeah,
They'll limit it just enough to say they're part of the standard, but it won't be
yeah.
like fully integrated
Yeah,
into it.
because what you get now is say you have like a Samsung phone and you buy Apple smart speaker, it might work, but it'll be missing features because Apple will limit that feature to only work on iOS devices.
Right.
That's where the irritation come in. You
Well,
know, because this could even expand all the way into the smart TV realm. So think about like AirPlay, for instance.
yeah,
You know, AirPlay don't work on Samsung.
that's true.
You know, so you got to. So what happens is if you have like a, say you got a Amazon Fire Stick or something, you got to have two different standards to stream video to the TV or send things to the TV. It's just convoluted.
Well,
That's
here's the
what
thing
You
I
that
can
think.
actually stream AirPlay on Samsung TVs and LG TVs
I
now.
know that, but
So,
I'm saying a Samsung phone can't send AirPlay.
oh
but here's the
yeah.
thing the
So you got to have
Chromecast
two
the Chrome
standards.
the Chromecast Ultra uses a different standard also. So you could cast
Yeah,
things to your TV. So what's going to like
yep,
that can end up unifying it to where like any device can interface with a television.
yeah. But Apple has to play nice for this all to work.
Yeah, I mean,
Same,
now here's the
yeah, same
thing.
thing. Yeah,
Now here's the Achilles heel. What happens when it's time to start playing nice and Apple decides not to?
that's what I'm
So
saying. They won't. Yeah. So just like now, even now, right? If you want to use AirPlay from a computer, right? You can
yep.
only do it from Safari on the Mac.
Mm,
You can't do it from Chrome. You got to have a whole nother standard. So if you got an Apple TV, you can't just cache. You got to use a third party app on the Apple TV in order to cache from a non Apple device. Stuff
mm,
like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can go right on my Mac and open up Safari and then hit AirPlay, and it'll send whatever in my tablets to my Apple TV. For me to
right.
use anything else, I have to use a bootleg app on the Apple TV in order to cast. That's just too much. I gotta have multiple. That's what I'm saying. They have to truly play nice, and I just don't think they will. I think they're still going to be kind of an outsider,
Well, here's the
and then
thing. I
they'll start
mean,
combating this by bringing their own line out. That's what I think. I think they'll start bringing their own bulbs and their own all that. Basically, they'll allow themselves to control everybody else's shit, but they won't let the other ones control theirs, and that's where the wall's going to come in.
ooh.
So
But
they're
see,
going
you
to
know
play
what?
nice
But
for
that's
their
gonna, but that would
benefit,
hurt
but
them in the long run because if all these companies, if you got Amazon, Google, and Samsung playing together, but Apple won't do it, that's gonna make Apple the outlier at that point,
that's why I say I feel like after this starts really rolling, you're gonna see an Apple doorbell, Apple light bulbs. You're gonna see all this shit pop up.
right?
Two
Where
hundred
it's
dollar
not,
Apple light bulb.
where it's not part
I
of.
disagree
Why do you disagree, sir?
because doesn't want to do all that crap.
Who told you
Hey,
that?
hey, understand something. It wouldn't be.
I don't see it happening. I see Google doing it before Apple.
Well, here's the
Google already
thing.
has it. They already have it already. What you mean doing it? They already done it. It's done.
Well,
All the
I
That
best
mean,
stuff is already.
I don't feel that Apple really wants to be invested in the connected homes.
Well, I think the
actually,
only
that
reason why
connected
you
home
think
is
that
where
is
it's
because they
at.
haven't done it. What I'm saying is, I think you only
Yeah,
think
but
that because they haven't done it yet.
they rather leave it to other people than to do all that other crap. Because I mean,
What
remember like 8 9 years ago, Apple had a router and they discontinued it.
it was a piece of shit, though. Let's just be real.
Exactly.
Let's just be real. And you can only set the damn thing up with an Apple device. See what I'm talking about?
Exactly. So
Okay.
why are they gonna make all this other crap
Oh, I can tell you the reason
and
why. I can tell
Because
you the
it's the
reason why.
future.
If
It's
Apple
the
ever
future.
decided to break out away from the whole consortium, it's about ease of use. So all the rest of them might have an extra step, right? But if you
but the
just
thing about
but
Apple
if you
is Apple likes to be uniformed.
well they
Yeah,
like
but
to make
and
it
they
seem
also
like
do
they're
everything
better.
late, Brandon. They also do everything late. You see what I'm getting at? So what I'm saying is that I feel like you think that it would have already been pushing this stuff, right? But they've never done stuff as fast as everybody else. They've always been
Right.
late to the party. You see what I'm saying? So I say never. I mean, for Christ's sake, they're developing a freaking car right now, bro. I'm just saying.
I
I'm
mean,
not
Like,
instead
going
look
near
look
that shit.
instead of just putting your product inside of a car, I mean, why even come out with a car? I mean,
yeah, I'm just saying.
if
They're doing a
if
lot
you're
of stuff
so
that you probably
pressed,
never thought they'd do.
but look, if you're so pressed to come out with a car, shoot, you got a whole bunch of little startup car makers that's coming out right now. You buy one and call it a day, but they're
Yeah.
not going to do that.
No, they're going to come out way later than everybody and say that they did more research and development so their product's better. That's what they always say.
Well,
That's what they've always done. That's why I
well,
say I'll never say never. No, I don't think it's their priority right now, but never say never, dog. The home pod and all them was just the first steps.
those are hey that would be the true test.
Mm.
That would be the
That
true
was just
test.
the
Will this that matter standard work on the HomePod?
Well, hold on. They discontinued the very first AirPod, which is basically a big speaker thing, and they
hmm
ended up going the cheaper way and ended up making the HomePod Mini. A lot
Yeah,
of
but you know
people
why,
aren't
right?
really
Because
buying
nobody was
those.
buying the home pod. Nobody was buying it. If it don't sell, you don't keep making it.
That's true.
And that's why I keep telling y'all, I don't think they'll ever make it
Bro,
successfully in the connected
bro.
homes.
Okay, so the reason why I say this, right? I did it a few weeks ago. I went to a random neighborhood and I counted how many doorbell cameras there are. You think Apple don't notice that shit?
Oh no, they know that. They know it. They know it.
That's all I'm saying.
They
They know
know.
it.
Them shits,
Understand?
they're selling.
Amazon
Everybody and their
Amazon
mama
got
wants
half
one.
the Amazon got half of the industry on lockdown right now with Ring doorbells. So
Yeah.
imagine just getting a 10% slice of that. That's a huge slice.
The thing that Apple would have to do, they would literally have to copy Amazon and make a Ring doorbell. But
But
I don't
everybody else,
think it,
but everybody else is doing it too. There's already like 15 brands you can buy out there. So it's not like Ring is the only one. They're just the one. They're just a household name, but they ain't the only one.